Hi, my beautiful viewers. How are you guys doing? Today's date is July 31st, 2026. I noticed some interesting events happening right now, folks. First and foremost, guys, I'm going to be talking about some seismic activity, some big ones, by the way, in a few locations. But before I jump into that, we're having some crazy, crazy weather right now. New York is flooded out. North Carolina is flooded out. Virginia is flooded out. Certain section in Florida is flooded out. And what I'm trying to say to you folks, we're having some really, really crazy weather. This has to do with basically a lot of the heat that we've been encountering this year. I also did quite a few times I talk about it where, and I'm trying to let people know we're looking at like around 8 storms coming this year. It's going to be very, very interesting. 2 major storms is going to go through the Caribbean, and so I just always stay aware of these things, folks. Stay up on them. Stay up on the storms, tropical depression, because this year is going to be very, very interesting. All right. And again, I'm not trying to spread fear in any way. I'm just want you guys to know what's really happening with our planet. There's a lot of flood happening right now, folks. You're going to see it even get escalated and get worse this year. It already started out again in New York. It's happening now in Virginia. Parts of Florida is flooded. Upstate New York is flooded. New Jersey is flooded. But it is what it is. A lot of flooding happening right now on the eastern part of the North American continent. But let's jump into the seismic activity. First and foremost, guys, again, my friends in New Zealand. All right. New Zealand, Fiji, Tonga. Now, there's a section between New Zealand and Fiji and Tonga called Kermadec Island region. Barrage of 6.0 magnitude, 5.8, 5.5, 5.2, 5.1, 5.0, 5.0. A bunch of them, 5.1, a bunch, guys. This is north of New Zealand, between New Zealand and Fiji and Tonga, Kermadec Island, and also around Fiji and Tonga. There's also having some pretty big seismic activity. Solomon Island is taking on a big hit. Papua New Guinea, Indonesia right now is taking on a lot of them. Southern part of Philippines. And now, guys, again, if you live right close to Jose Abad Santos, this area, guys, and also Balanganan, Philippines. These areas are going to be taking on some big seismic activity this weekend. So brace for that this weekend. Close to Jose Abad Santos also, and northern part of Philippines up to Manila, Philippines. If you're around that area, Manila, Philippines, and also Sorsogon City in the Philippines, off the coastline, also in the Philippines. Big quakes coming for you folks. Let me move to Japan, southern part of Japan, and also the northern part of Japan is taking on some big seismic activity, and also Alaska. The Aleutian Islands right now is lit up, folks, and this I told you guys everything all started when those big quakes start going off the coast of southern part of Mexico. I told you what was going to happen, that the extremely southern part of Alaska, the Aleutian Islands, is going to have huge uptick, and this is because of the Pacific plate. It's shifting, and it's shifting fast. All of what I'm trying to say, folks, is time to pole shift. So again, there was a big 5.0 magnitude in Alaska, Delaney National Park in Alaska, and a bunch of quakes came behind that. So right now, my friends in Alaska, heads up, because you guys are taking on huge earthquakes. And also Vancouver Island, Canada, also is taking on some quakes. Northern part of California got hit a 4.2 magnitude, not far from San Francisco. This is, again, tied into what's happening off the coast of Mexico. This is that big 7.1 magnitude that hit Mexico. It also hit Mexico. I think they downgraded to a 6.8. It's happened like a week ago. Ever since then, huge quakes. The Caribbean still taking on some big quakes. Pretty decent sized earthquake. Sorry, most of it is taking place in southern part of Puerto Rico, also northern section of Puerto Rico, and around the British Virgin Islands. So, but the really really big quakes right now, you're gonna see them happening off the coast of Chile. You're gonna see quakes happening off the coast of Peru. Um, you're gonna see big quakes again. You're gonna see some pretty decent size uptick happening around California, also along the San Andreas fault line. Not too bad, but the really big ones, it's gonna more target towards over to Alaska again. Swarm of them is gonna hit Alaska around uh what's that? Anchorage, sorry, Anchorage. Not far from Anchorage, large swarm of them is gonna hit Anchorage also and along the Aleutian Islands. Bunch of them along the Aleutian Islands. I don't think much people live in Alaska along the Aleutian Islands. I really don't. So I'm hoping no one does because what I'm seeing right now is just going to be insane. No, again, you're going to see big ones happening over there in Japan, southern part of Japan, northern part of Japan. Also, I've list location also in the Philippines. So, guys, so pretty much the area where you're gonna this weekend where you're gonna see some really really big ones taking place. Again, it's off the coast of northern part of New Zealand towards Fiji. These this section is called the Kermadec Islands. It's right between both of those two locations where swarm of it's going to happen. Fiji is also going to see a bunch of it. Solomon Island, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, and those and these locations. But they're pretty big, guys. There's a lot of 5.5, 5.4, and they're pretty much quakes people can actually feel. So if you're in these regions, the possibility of getting hit pretty hard is very high, and it's going to. And it's pretty much what I'm trying to say. So my friends in northern part of New Zealand, head on a swivel. Fiji, Tonga, um, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Island, Indonesia, Japan, Philippines. I've listed location in these places already. Alaska, and you'll see a slight uptick along San Andreas Fault and over there on the west coast in California. There's going to be a serious uptick happening, folks, right now, going into the weekend. So just get ready for that. Um, I I see most of it happening. Really, though, it's going to be taking place around Alaska, Japan. Japan's going to get a bulk of it. Fiji is going to get a bulk of it. Kermadec Islands, close to New Zealand, northern part of New Zealand, is going to get a bulk of it. Indonesia will get a bulk of it. The seismic activity, but I know for a fact Alaska is just going to get hit so hard. So I'm just preparing you guys for that. My friends over there in Alaska, brace yourself, brace yourself. And also, I really do see a huge volcanic eruption taking place in Alaska, a very, very big one. And not just a volcanic eruption, I really believe pretty soon an 8.0 magnitude is going to hit in that location. It's just a matter of time, basically. So, but these are the times that we live in, folks. And we just have to always, stay alert, man, to see how the earth is behaving and what changes the earth is going through. And it's changing so fast. Weather patterns are no longer the same. Look at all these places, all this flooding that's happening right now all over the world, and it's not just in the U.S. It's happening all over the world. It's a global thing because our planet frequency it's changing, but it's an interesting thing to see. Again, folks, you guys enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching this episode.